Hello, this is Null Inquisitor, and today's video is going to be not about RPG a day. We're just on the heels of RPG a day. This video will be about an idea I had, and I thought it would be a fun video to make, and there's a neat conclusion at the end, so stay with me. So the first idea is an idea that is floating around RPG communities on the internet, especially among RPG collectors and people interested in GMing techniques and being better game master and exploring all kinds of games. So this idea is to explore RPG for the feel that, or for the outcomes of it. What type of mechanic produce what type of outcomes, and what rules are producing what type of effect. And I thought about it this morning, and you know what? There's another name for that, and that name is program. That's exactly what a program is, whether it's a program in the computer or in an organized event. This is a series of planned events that will lead to an outcome. So I wanted to pit that idea with another less, let's say, popular idea. You know what is also a program? Scenarios, adventure, modules. And scenarios in our communities kind of have a bad reputation for several reasons. Um, One being that most GMs, at least experienced GMs, make their own scenarios and create their own content, or will create skeletons of stories that will create scenarios themselves. So for that reason, some GMs don't like scenarios at all. There's also the economic reason. I've heard countless of time that scenarios don't sell as well as core books or core supplements. Scenarios and adventure are kind of the last thing to sell, and in less numbers. Also, it's also impossible or near impossible or very difficult to write a scenario that will appeal to a lot of people. People have tastes and preference, so it's difficult to come up with an idea that will fit a lot of people. And you will often hear GMs that will take a scenario and tweak it or pick parts of it. So it's difficult in that regard. So generally, also, as I said, they don't sell as well. So scenarios are programmed like rules in certain respect. Rules are using mechanics and rules, if I can say, to produce effect. And scenarios are producing scenes, are using scenes and setup and payoff and surprises and clever traps and puzzle and that type of stuff to also produce a certain conclusion, a certain outcome, whether it's successful or not. Some scenarios are even classics now because of certain setup, payoff, or certain outcomes. So the new idea I want to propose is pitting these two ideas together. The idea that a game system can be a program, but so is a scenario. And if you take that at generic value, a scenario could be applied to, could be independent from a game system. So the idea would be to explore RPG scenario for the feel they produce and the outcome as well. So in that regard, there is a Kickstarter by AAA's game right now that is called Ghostwriter, It's a terrific adventure for leagues of gothic horror, a game powered by Ubiquity. So I'll add the link just below the video if you want to check that out. I think it's a marvelous idea. I don't have any book of this game, but I find the idea of having a mysterious, forgotten Shakespeare play that was long forgotten or lost, and that is now discovered again. And when you play this, when you make a production of this play, there is a ghost that is manifesting. So what is that all about, and what's going on there? And is this in relation to the famous ghostwriters that would write often for Shakespeare, that maybe the famous bard did not wrote everything by himself? So this is a very cool idea. So in this idea of exploring scenarios as program, like the rules, this is the suggestion of the day. Thank you for watching.